Hey, you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Beast. Peekaboo. I see you because I'm YouTube famous now. Available in 2022. The album, Dad AF. Rock on, Gold Dust Woman. Beast. Stevie Nicks is coming to Indianapolis June 21st. I can't believe it. Which just happens to be my husband's birthday, and I know he has no desire to be at a Stevie Nicks concert. So, anyway, how are you guys doing? Wow, this feels, in some ways, very strange and awkward. In other ways, very comforting, like I'm returning home. And first of all, I just want to say a very special thank you to all of the love and support I received on my last video. It was overwhelming and phenomenal, and it just made me feel so loved. And I just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. The other thing I wanted to say was, you know, I've really not been sure how I was going to return to this channel. And so many people were just encouraging, you know, of me saying, just go back and do the drama. Do what you love. You love that so much. And, you know, on the heels of posting my video the other day, I received so many comments on Instagram, direct messages from people, and just in the comment sections of that video saying, I love your drama videos. They've gotten me through really tough times. You make me laugh. You know, my husband and I watch your videos late at night. And so it just made me feel really good. And I feel like I'm home again. So I just want to say thank you for the encouragement to come back over here. I know it's going to take me a little bit of time to kind of find my groove on this channel, but it'll happen over time. I thought one good way to do that would be to ask you guys what you wanted me to talk about or my opinions on what drama I had missed since I've been gone, and I will tell you, I haven't kept up with a whole lot of it. Some of it I have, but a lot of it I haven't. Typically, I've kept up with the stuff that I have seen on like Instagram and stuff. But I have 31 points that people asked me to talk about, so I will address those in just a second. But before I do, I want to say a very special thank you to Skillshare for partnering with me on this video. They sponsor this video, and I really, really appreciate it. You guys know I only work with companies that I absolutely believe in and love and support. And Skillshare has been so awesome to work with me in the past. And I've taken so many, you know, of their classes in the past and just learned so much. The one class that I loved the most was their plant class. As you can see, I love plants, and they're still doing very, very well. And so Skillshare is this online community of creative people, and they have classes that are taught by people that, you know, they're not necessarily experts in their fields, but they know a lot about certain things, and they share their experiences with it. And so it's just, you know, it's really been fun to use it through the years. My husband really, really loves doing it too. And there's a lot of things. There's like lifestyle sections, and there's like marketing sections, and there's self-help sections. And they're just like, the classes are broken down. I'll tell you the one I'm going to take in a second. The classes are broken down into like 10 classes or 13 classes or whatnot of, let's say, 3 to 5 minutes. Some of them are 1 minute each. So you could literally take an entire class in one day. The reason why I'm going to start doing it again, and it's so good for me, is because I get so easily distracted now that for me to watch something for 3 minutes or, you know, 6 minutes or whatever and really learn something from it will be really helpful to me. So let me tell you the class I'm going to take, and I love who the teacher is for this. Well, well, not teacher, but the guy that's doing the video, and that's Jonathan Van Ness from Queer Eye, and it is the ultimate self-care playbook. Discover and nurture your centered self. And I thought this would be really good for me at the point that I'm in right now. You know, I'm doing therapy twice a week, and I'm really trying to take a look at things, obviously, in my life and grow from them. So I thought this would be a good one for me. Let me tell you the different things about the class. These are the 13 different classes. Introduction, and these are all between, the first one's a minute 49. These are all between a minute 49 and like 7 minutes and 59 seconds. Number 2 is why self-care. 3, preparing your planner. 4, listening to yourself. 5, releasing limiting beliefs. 6, a yoga moment. 7, developing your routine. 8, a home spa moment. You can see they're all on here, so you can just like scan through. The joy of discovery, cutting a cutting moment, or crafting moment, sorry, falling and forgiving, final thoughts, and then a bonus 5-minute timed writing. And I love this so much. And then there's like kind of an explanation on here. It says, about this class, how do you want, and it tells you everything about the class. How do you want to show up in the world? Unlock your most centered and powerful self with self-care person, superstar Jonathan Van Ness as your guide. And then it goes in here and it talks about together with Jonathan, you'll learn to reimagine self-care as a practice that fits you in your life. Excavate your true desires through mindfulness and mantras. Unlock creativity and joy by developing a self-care planner. Build a sustainable and crave-worthy routine. And there's literally thousands of classes on here, you guys. It's amazing. And with my code Peter in the link, you have to hit the link below, okay? With my link below, the first 1,000 people to join get a 1 month of free membership, which is amazing. I mean, why don't we like free, you know, to join something for free is cool. So just go try it. You know, you might try a couple classes and be like, this isn't for me, or you might try a couple classes and be like, I absolutely love this. So it's just a really cool concept. And yeah, so go do that. All right, let's get into the drama. This feels rather bizarre, and I have to tell you, I put on Instagram, like, what would you guys like me to talk about in this drama video that I'm going to do? And so, I mean, it was like so many, well, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, I would have to say, was like the most common thing. And then some things about Shane Dawson and Trisha Paytas, obviously. But it was like there were common themes. So I literally probably got, I don't even know, you guys, 500 to 1,000 responses. And, I try to kind of like segment them into common themes. So I think I can read my notes. The first one is, you've lost weight, haven't you? So I talked about this on my vlog. My first two vlogs are up. Well, I don't know. I'm posting this on Monday. So I might have 4 or 5 vlogs up by that point. But I talked about this in my vlog over there. And I'm going to do a dedicated video on my Peter Does Stuff channel talking about it. But I have lost weight. I've lost 39.8 pounds as of today. And what happened was, when I was in the hospital, totally unrelated to the accident, I had, and I may have to stop the video from time to time because to sit in a chair upright is a struggle at times. But when I was in the hospital, completely unrelated to the accident, I had heart problems, I had blood pressure problems, I had all kinds of stuff, and they were directly related to my weight. They found out that I have hypothyroidism, and so they put me on thyroid medication, and it's been being closely monitored. But I don't know if this is from the medication or whatnot, but my appetite has completely changed when, you know, I don't think I've had Taco Bell like one time, but other than that, I haven't really been eating that horribly. But when I do, like, I only can eat like half of whatever I eat anyway, even when I'm eating healthy. And I'm back to, well, I haven't really done this in years, but I'm doing like a green juice in the morning, lots of fruits and vegetables, fresh salads. So I'm eating a lot healthier too. And I just think, you know, it's time for me to get in shape. And my doctors want me to continue to, they want me to get like, to lose like another 50 pounds. So we'll see. I don't know. Skinny legend down the road. Maybe. We'll see. Okay, so I'm just going to go in order of this. And if this video gets real long, then I am just going to stop it. And I will do a part 2 and post that on Tuesday or Wednesday. So the first drama thing somebody asked me was Johnny Depp versus Amber Heard. Okay, so here's the deal. I feel like I need to get a little lip gloss for this one. Okay, hold on a second. Ding-a-ling-a-ling, sham-a-lang, dang, ding-dong, ding. I mean, listen, if I'm going to go back to making drama videos, you might pull out all the props at the first, you know what I mean? It's like, if you're going to go deep, right? That's what I always say. Anyway, how's the drama phone? This is Peter speaking. Oh, hi, Jane, how are you? What? No, I've been growing my hair out, Jane. Sugar bear hair. Anyway, Peter Monn posted a video. Did you see that? He's talking about Amber Heard and Johnny Depp. Oh, I just love that movie, The Outsiders, so much. Shit. What? All right, we'll talk about it in the Women's League on Tuesday. All right, bye-bye. So you can't see it, but we have these TV trays like on the couch, on the front porch, everywhere. Because I have to like just have tables that I can sit stuff on. So Amber Heard and Johnny Depp, first of all, when the case started, I don't know that I really understood it. And then all I knew was that Emily Baker was doing live streams of 12-hour court tracking where she was live streaming it, and there was like 900,000 people in each live stream, and I was like, I can't keep up with this at all. And I have to be real honest with you. Hold on a second. It's limoncello season. I don't even know that I knew who Amber Heard was before she was with Johnny Depp, honestly. I don't know who she is. I don't. And I didn't really care to look into it. I do think this case is very important. I think it's very important, you know. The little that I do know about it, I think it's a really important case to be discussed. And for that reason, I don't want to be negligent talking about it. The one thing I do have to say is, there's a lot that I have been willing to tolerate, you know. No, in all jest, I was going to say, girl, you pooped in somebody's bed. That's nasty. I mean, I'm sorry. That's nasty. You know what I mean? I don't even like to pick up my dog's poop, let alone somebody pooping in my bed. And that's just nasty. I'm sorry. But no, I don't know really a whole lot about that case. I don't know enough to speak on it. So I'm not going to. And somebody actually, it was so funny because I got so many people that were like, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Please talk about, I'm sure you got this a million times, but Amber Heard. And then somebody said to me, they said, talk about Johnny Depp and Amber Heard, but only after you've watched all of Emily Baker's videos. And I was like, well, that ain't happening. I'm sorry, okay? I love you, Emily, but that ain't happening. Okay, Amberlynn Reid. Now, a couple of these things that people ask me about, like Amberlynn Reid, I haven't kept up with Amberlynn. So I went back and I watched a couple of her videos last night to prepare for this video, Shane Dawson's podcast. I hadn't listened to it. I did watch part of that jacuzzi video where they were like doing a wedding in a jacuzzi or something. I just don't think that's funny. I'm glad that them throwing around oatmeal cream pies or whatever it was in a jacuzzi is real funny to them. But I don't know. It's just, anyway, but I did listen to the podcast last night and I do have some feelings about the podcast. So Amberlynn Reid, you know, people wanted me to get real pointed in talking about. So Amberlynn Reid entered outpatient treatment to deal with her binge eating disorder that she's talked about in these videos. And then she recently this week posted a video saying that she has put a pause. I watched the videos last night. She put a pause on her outpatient treatment. I don't care you all know I take mental health and substance abuse very, very seriously. I am not going to comment on somebody's decision on their therapeutic journey for mental health. What I will say is this, in watching Amberlynn's videos, you know, and I hadn't in 3 months, you know, I was kind of covering that towards the end, but I hadn't. You know, Amberlynn does this thing, and this may be completely related to her binge eating disorder, but Amberlynn does this thing where she constantly talks about her weight loss journey. She constantly and hey, I'm there, okay? I've been there a lot of my life. I posted my first vlog the other day, and I was so proud of my weight loss in that video. And I'm sitting back in a chair like this, and I posted that video, and I thought, my God, you've never looked so gutted in your life. And I'm hard on myself about that too, you know? But for me at this point, it's really about, I'm going to turn 50 in a month. I want to be healthy, you know. I want to be here to enjoy some more time with my husband and get romanticals. But, you know, I was sitting there and I was watching this and I thought, you know, I've known Amberlynn now 4 or 5 years. Not known her, I don't talk to her anymore, but I've known of her and watched her videos for 4 or 5 years. And the weight gain is like this, like a staircase going up. You know, sometimes she loses 20 pounds and she gains it back. You know, and I thought, girl, if you looked at a pattern of your videos on YouTube, just as an example of your life, what you'd realize is, in another 5 years, hopefully not, I fear for Amberlynn. That's what makes me she makes me sad, honestly, right? I think also because when you have a lot of yes men around you that tell you, I'll love you no matter what, you know, I think sometimes that can be real dangerous. My husband and I have had lots of conversations, honest conversations about my weight. And he's like, I want you to be around here with me so that we can, you know, continue to go do stuff, you know? And So the thing that makes me sad is if you look at the trajectory of her weight gain over time, it's not good. It's not healthy. And, you know, the denial of the severity of it is what scares me for her. And so if you continue to watch Amberlynn, what you have to realize is she's going to keep losing weight in a small manner and then gain weight and whatever. If you're going to be critical of that, be critical of it. It's whatever. I'm sympathetic for Amberlynn. The thing for me is, at 5 years of watching her, and it's been the same show for 5 years, it's like, girl, at what point do you care about your physical health? Like, that's always what I've said, right? It's like, because this is what I truly, truly believe, right? Those people that are coming for Amberlynn, they're going to come for her over anything, right? But if she did a true weight loss journey, got a dietitian, and I was looking at her views, she's getting massive views still. She's bankrolling on YouTube. So if she did that, can you imagine first of all, the sponsorship she would get from Athletic Greens and all this kind of stuff? You know, I'm just throwing that out there. But, you know, and to talk about a sincere, I mean, not a, I'm going to do, you know, I'm going to weigh in for 100 days in a row, but a sincere one with like a nutritionist and, you know, a physical trainer and all this kind of stuff. She would be inspiring so many people out there. Her channel would blow up. I mean, it would literally blow up. So I don't know, you know, have I stood in the way of my own success and sabotaged myself? God, like every day. And I think she's doing the same thing. She did say in the video that she wants to continue with therapy, which I think is fantastic, you know, and I'm such a proponent of therapy myself. I wish her the best. I really do. It's sad to me. So that's what I think about Amberlynn. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Orange County, and Atlanta. So last night we watched the first episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Sutton, who I used to really like. I'm just going to tell you, because I don't want to ruin it for anybody that hasn't watched it yet, because it just came on. Sutton was so nasty last night. I don't know what has happened to her. And I liked Sutton back in the day. The majority of the first episode is about Dorit being robbed. I can't even imagine. I mean, you want to talk about scary. And those women really rallied around her, except for Sutton. But I just was... it's going to be an interesting season, especially when it comes to Erica Jane, I think, because she's going hard. So that was my feelings about that. We watched Orange County, all of it, loved it. Still love Gina. I liked how it ended. I thought, I don't know. Well, Noella, my husband couldn't even watch her in an episode. He just like, if she came on, he just was like on his phone. He just tuned out. He couldn't stand her by the end of the season. And I really hope they don't have her back on I don't know. I feel like she came on for two reasons. To get famous, number one, and number two, to just go for Heather Dubrow. Like, I feel like those were her two reasons for coming on the show. I don't feel like she was genuine or sincere or anything. But I liked how it ended, and Orange County is good. Vicky Gundelson, is that her name? She's the, you know, the OG. I love Vicky. Kind of, I do. But her and Tamra are going to be on the next season of Real Housewives, the trip that they take. I watched the one where they were in Turks and Caicos, and it actually made me really like everybody except for Ramona so much more. Like Teresa, I've never watched New Jersey, but like Teresa, I really liked Teresa. You know, Luann, it's whatever, and I really liked Luann on the Ultimate Girls Trip is what it was called. Man, that house was incredible, wasn't it? So I really liked that trip. Thought Kenya was fantastic. Cynthia Bailey, who I've really always loved, was so jealous on it. I just didn't understand that at all. But watch that. Let's just do TV shows right now, okay? RuPaul's Drag Race, the last season, I don't know, 13, 14, 19, 25. I was very happy that Willow Pill won. Willow Pill's so my style. And I'm so happy that RuPaul has opened the show to trans representation. I think it's so important. Especially as a gay man that came out when I was 18. There has always been so much trans representation in the drag community. I don't know why it never was before in RuPaul's Drag Race. I mean, it's like, you know, I don't know. I've always had an issue with that in RuPaul's Drag Race, but I was very happy that Willow Pill won. I love Lady Camden. I would have been totally fine if she had won too. Yeah, so I thought it was great. And I watched RuPaul's Drag Race UK versus the world, and I was just like, it was okay. So Very excited about the All-Stars. I don't really know who I want to win. I'm kind of excited about all of it because there's so many, the whole cast I love. Raja hasn't been on anything in so long. You know, it's just like, I think it's going to be really good. Jinx Monsoon is just genius level, so I'm excited about it. Okay, let's see. Tati moving to Texas. I think it's a fantastically healthy move for her. I watch a lot of her Instagram stories, and Tati seems like she's in such a fantastic place. I'm really happy for Tati, you know, and I think she needed to get away and be in Washington around her family for a while, and I think this is her, you know, and her husband taking steps out, and I don't know. I can tell you for me, beautiful weather outside is so inspiring and changes my mood that I think being in Texas every day, being able to go, you know, she was, I think, out on the water the other day, and I don't know if that was a trip that she was on or something, but she seems happy. Somebody asked me here about, well, I think this comes later, and this is the next one, Tati stolen makeup video she did. I watched that video, actually. I haven't watched tons of makeup videos or anything, but that was one that I watched. One of the things that I've always really appreciated about Tati is she doesn't necessarily do the videos that you would want on your timeline, but she does address things eventually, and I feel like she's very transparent about it. And I really like that she did that video. And I also like that she was like, don't buy it if it's out there because it's not approved to use and I can't put my name on it. I think, you know, if anything, one of the things I appreciate about Tati is that you can really tell that she cares about her audience. Do I think that she got distracted for a while? Yeah, I think the whole Dramageddon thing really got her distracted, and I think, oh, I don't know, you know, like, Tati's like one of those people that is a truth teller, but then when it gets too hard, she's like, don't come for me kind of thing, you know, I just want to do makeup, and I think she's come full circle from that, and bless her for that, you know, I'm happy for her, and I think she had to go through all the change that she went through, you know, and I wish her the best. I really, really do. So that's what I think about the whole Tati thing. If you haven't watched a video that she talks about the palette, like that is so interesting, you guys. Okay, somebody asked me what it's like to have a CT test. Well, like a CAT scan. So I have had to keep on getting them because I have fluid on my brain. The woman said, she asked me, because she was going to have one, so she asked it. She said she wanted to know what it was like. So I don't like to be in enclosed places. In fact, my therapist was recommending some place to meet today, and I was like, oh, I don't. He was like, it would be so good for you. It would be so meditative. And I was like, I'm not about all of that closed-in spaces. In fact, if you've seen the show, I would highly recommend Life and Beth with Amy Schumer. It's so real to life, and it's not the Amy Schumer that everybody knows from the comedy movies. It is at times, but she's so fantastic, and it's such a great show. But there is a scene when she has to get an MRI, and the guy that's doing the MRI is like, have you guys seen this scene? It's so hilarious. And he's like a DJ, and so she's in there, right? And he goes, he's like playing songs from like when her era of growing up. This is so bad. And he goes, we're imaging your neck today, right? She goes, no, my back. And he goes, my crack. You guys, it is so funny. And the whole show is so good. But like, she has to be put right into this MRI. And it gave me panic attacks just watching the show because I hate having those. A CAT scan, they only go to about here. So it's like you can see all out. Like at least the CAT scan that I've had. And it takes about 5 minutes. I was telling my sponsor this that the first one that I had to have, I started counting really slow because she told me it would take me like 5 minutes. So I was like, I was like, if I get to 300, I'm done. So I was like, 1, 2, 3. I got to 37 and I was done. I was like, well, that was easy. So yeah, and you know, they do open MRIs now. You can request those. I think they cost a little bit more, but you can request those. So lots of people ask me what I thought about Gabby Hannah and all this kind of stuff. I don't know about Gabby Hannah and these TikToks, and people are asking me about all that, and I'll look into that, and I'll probably do a specific video about that. I think that this is what I think about Gabby Hannah. I think she's a lost soul, okay? And, you know, I don't know that I feel like she's being offensive right now, but I haven't seen her TikToks and I haven't watched her real closely on Instagram. She's somebody that her Instagram stories come up. I mean, she's smoking a blunt and wanting to tell everybody about her artwork. I don't care. Okay, girl, I don't care. This is what kills me about people. No, hey, listen, do you? Eat your gummies, smoke your Mary Jane. I don't care, okay? But, you know, as a person that started smoking pot pretty early in my life, and I'm not proud of that, but, you know, I quit when I got sober, and hey, you do you. But all these people that start smoking pot, it's these YouTubers mostly, okay, that start smoking pot late in life, it's like, don't you think they kind of act like when they're 30 years old that, you know, they're talking about all this stuff to do with pot, and all of a sudden it's like they're a stoner that's 14 years old. That Gabby Hannah seems to me like a stoner that's 14 years old. And I don't pay it a lot of seriousness. I just don't, you know? And then on the heels, I thought this was, like, there are some things, you guys, that I will tell you, like, I feel very strongly about, okay? So I think Gabby Hannah, this is what I have witnessed from her. I think she is so attention-seeking and so attention-hungry from the internet now that she doesn't know what to do with it. Like, she has no idea what to do with it because she's not getting the attention she needs. And the thing is, Gabby Hannah ruined her own story, okay? With all that whole, I'm going to tell on you and I'm going to tell on that, blah, 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 whatever. And I know Joey Graceffa talked about Gabby Hannah on the Fool podcast with Manny and Laura, and I haven't listened to it yet, but I will, and I'll let you guys know. I'll report back to you. My investigative reports of the world. But she needs so much attention from people. Like, her friends, it's like, and she's just by herself all the time. And I'm like, girl, I don't know, go start a book club. I got one. Hey, you can join my True Crime Book Club. But it's like she puts this stuff out there that's so attention-seeking. And then I did think this was real cringe, okay? You know, on the heels of Britney Spears, you know, getting out of this conservatorship and stuff. And a lot of people ask me about Britney Spears, so I'll talk about her maybe in the next video or this one. Depends on where it's at on my sheet. But on the heels of that, Gabby Hannah starts, I saw this one night, she is like tweeting to Britney Spears or something about how she wants to write songs for her and they can do them together and all proceeds will go to, I'm like, girl, why do you think Britney Spears, you think Britney Spears wants to work with you? Like, seriously? And I'm sure anybody that Britney Spears is going to work with in the future, her team or whatever, are going to vet them out. You know, like, let's just be for real on that one. And I thought, girl, leave her alone. Just leave the girl alone, okay? You are such an opportunist that you are trying to use Britney Spears' comeback if she makes music. Do you not see how that appears to anybody else? I was like, leave her alone. Like, seriously. You know, it's like, hasn't she gone through enough? So that's what I think of Gabby Hannah, and I thought that was just cringeworthy. Kim Kardashian wearing Marilyn Monroe's dress. I got so many people that asked me about this. So I really thought about it. Here's my thing. I don't put much stock in the Kardashians. Like, my husband watches their show, and it's whatever. I've seen enough of them to know what they're about. I kind of think they're all mean to Kourtney, honestly. And what do I think about their outfits for the Met Gala? Well, Kylie Jenner's, what was that? I'm so confused by that. That was horrible. I'm sure it had some subliminal meaning that we were supposed to all get, but I didn't, you know. And it's like Nina Garcia on Project Runway. It's like, if your dress requires an explanation, it didn't meet the assignment. It was like, that dress was horrible. Who dressed you, girl? You need to fire that stylist, seriously. And then Kim Kardashian, you know, a lot of people had so many issues with her wearing this dress and, you know, all that kind of stuff. I honestly think if Marilyn Monroe was still alive and Kim Kardashian wanted to wear that dress, I think that I know enough about Marilyn Monroe. I've watched the movies. You know, there were a lot of people online that were like, you don't know anything about Marilyn Monroe. And I'm like, you're 22. I loved Marilyn Monroe when I was 15. Okay, let's just be for real. Hold on, it's going to stop. And I think you can know and love Marilyn Monroe and do your research and all that kind of stuff. But Marilyn Monroe is one of the most misunderstood, kindest, gentlest people that we've ever known, right? And I'm not excusing everything, whatever, but speculations about her. But if Marilyn Monroe is still alive and Kim Kardashian said, how would you feel about me wearing your dress that was famous for the happy birthday and whatever, I think Marilyn Monroe would put that in a zippered bag, and I think she would carry it over to Kim Kardashian's doorstep herself and say, please wear it. I would love for you to wear it, you know? What I think the injustice was, first of all, it didn't meet the assignment of the Gilded Age, and I don't even know what I think about that, okay? But I love Anna Wintour, kind of, but she misses the mark when it comes to problematic stuff. I don't know. But she don't care. She's about fashion, right? But it didn't meet the assignment. What was that about the Gilded Age? That had nothing to do with the Gilded Age. That had to do with, it's all opportunist for me, okay? So it was like, this is an opportunity for me to wear Marilyn Monroe's dress. Well then, girl, if you're gonna wear Marilyn Monroe's dress, do her hair, do everything. You know, I mean, that was kind of my whole issue with it, was like, I don't know, it's like, pay homage to Marilyn Monroe if you're going to do that. It's because what she did was she made it just a dress. That is not just a dress. That's a moment. That's an experience. That's a moment in history. And I felt like she just reduced it to a dress. So that's what I thought about it. Okay, the next one, Trisha's pregnancy. So I am not, and I'm going to probably do a whole follow-up video on Trisha, but I am not going to talk, because people were like, Trisha's fake pregnancy. I'm not speculating about all that. I don't believe it is fake. At all. Congratulations, Trisha. I'm very happy for her. You know, this is what she wanted. And I know this is going to surprise people because people want me to go hard on Trisha and all this kind of stuff. And, you know, Trisha for a while, I was like, she's coming for drama channels again. And I'm like, girl, Adam McIntyre and Sebastian Soto are the only ones making videos about you, you know? I'm not making videos about you. Nobody's talking about you. So here she is. She's sitting here coming for drama channels again about how they know everything about her. And I'm watching this and I'm thinking, there's only 2 drama channels that make videos about you, girl, right now. Period. Right? So that means what you're saying is make videos about me. That's always been the way with Trisha. But I wish her the best. I hope she's happy. You know, I hope her pregnancy goes well. She, you know, just got COVID. People want me to comment on that. I think it would be incredibly scary to be pregnant and have COVID. I can't even imagine, you know. And I think Moses seems very sweet to me, you know, at times. And he seems, I don't know, the relationship works, you know. I don't want to be somebody that, you know, and this is probably where my perspective has changed a little bit. It's like, you know, people were asking about Trisha's asthma channel. You know, y'all know I don't care about the asthmers, okay? I don't care about her scraping, you know, ear cleaners up against the microphone. I don't care about that stuff, okay? I don't. I hope she makes good choices. That's what I hope, okay? Because one of the things I've always said when people have asked me why I decided not to have kids was that I knew in my heart that if I was going to be a father, that was going to change my life profoundly. That I was going to live in a neighborhood where there are a lot of kids so they could have friends, or go to the appropriate schools and be involved in PTA and all that kind of stuff. And I just hope she makes appropriate choices. And, you know, there's a lot of people that commented on my Instagram stories that it seems like maybe she's not. And I don't know, because I haven't really kept up with it, so I'm not going to speculate. I will say, as far as her going in and doing a family channel, girl, you better be real careful. Because I think family channels are going down anyway. And you can do one wrong thing on a family channel, and I mean, it is done. And I don't think Trisha is somebody that edits real well. Like, I don't think she sees anything wrong with things that she's doing. You know, and I think she's going to have to be very careful. Very, very, very careful. As far as her doing ASMR, if it makes her happy, do it, girl. Do it. Do that. You know, I don't care for asthma, but do it. I don't know what I think about all that. It's whatever. So, okay. Everything Trisha Paytas is what I wrote down. Let me get into the Shane Dawson thing, and then I'm going to do the rest of it, and I'll read you guys the rest. I have Ace Family channels in general. Is Shane Dawson getting married? Shane Dawson surrogacy. Shane Dawson podcast. James diaper and Brazilian butt lift. Jaclyn Hill's last 2 Jaclyn's journey videos. I haven't watched them. I need to watch them. Ethan's apology to the LGBTQ community. Britney Spears on Instagram. Jeffrey's accusations. RuPaul's Drag Race, talked about that. Joey Graceffa on Manny and Laura. Tana Mojo. Jaclyn Hill's new launch. Met Gala outfits. Def Noodles coming for Rich Lux. Bad Vegan, which I haven't watched, but I was going to talk about X on the Beach. Trisha's ASMR channel, I talked about that. Kim and Pete Davidson, I like him for her. I think Pete Davidson is sexy as hell, and I don't care, okay? I know people are like, he is so gross. I like him, and they seem to work, you know? And no, I don't believe it's fake. Because Kim Kardashian can't fake a marriage for one day, let alone have a relationship with somebody for months on end without it. So I don't believe it's fake, you know? She probably loves his humor, and I think he is sexy. Jeffree Star banana ads in the new release and how problematic it is. And is cancel culture over, or did James Charles just to get away with it? Well, it's going to be 14 videos. You know, let me talk about the Shane Dawson thing. I realized Shane Dawson bores the hell out of me. He really does. Okay, you guys? I know people love him, and hey, love him. You know, there are people out there that I love that other people are like, why do you like them? They're so boring. I get it, right? We all have we like him, sense of humor and whatever. And I think that when I found him was at a time that he was doing his like conspiracy videos and his food videos. And there were, you know, I don't know. I just really enjoyed him at that time. But like his videos are now all vlogs kind of. And he always is so like, I don't know what to do, guys, and blah, 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 whatever. He's changed his title of this video, and he addressed this, okay? And this is real interesting, I have to tell you. So many YouTubers right now are changing the titles of their videos, and somebody asked me, they said, why do they do that? And I go, because they're not getting the views they want, number one. Number two, if I change the title of a video 3 times, people are going to think I posted a new video, and they're going to go watch it. Well, what was so weird about that was, and I like this guy, he's an Indiana YouTuber, and he used to be with his boyfriend, Ethan, and that's Mark Miller. But I noticed that he put up a video called Daddy, and I was like, well, this is a new video. And I went to start watching the video, and I was like, oh, he just posted this video last week, and it was called, 4 days ago, and it was called Dating Myself. And so he changed the title of the video. And a lot of YouTubers do it. And I'm like, that is such a trick to get people to go watch your videos. I hope it works for you, I do. Shane Dawson and getting married... Girl, about time. Get married. I love being married, you know? He and Rylan aren't going anywhere. They're going to be lifers. They are, you know? And I do like the relationship. I did think it was interesting in the podcast, because I listened to it or watched it last night, that Rylan was talking about people saying that Shane is mean to him and how he talks to him. And Shane, like, turned it on Rylan and was like, well, you're the one that's mean to me or something like that. I was like, And then Shane kind of made a bunch of excuses about it. The surrogacy, you know, same as with Trisha. I wish them all the best. I think it'll be interesting because, you know, Ryland is somebody that I think in the next couple of years, like, his vlog channel will very much move to being a family vlogging channel. And I think it will be interesting stuff that he does. I think it'll be like building you know, what do you call it? A playground in the backyard, or going, you know, to wherever, taking the kids there. I think that will be very much what Ryland's channel would be. It'd be almost kind of like if you could imagine, what's his name? The guy that played Doogie Howser. I can't think of his name. And David, what's his, Birkin or something like that, his partner. Like if they had a vlog channel, you know, dressing up in Halloween costumes and stuff. I think that's what Ryland's channel will turn to. And I think it'll be very successful. Neil Patrick Harris, that's who I was thinking of. So I wish them the best on the surrogacy. I think it's a huge commitment. And I think like having children is, you know, I always say it's one of the most underappreciated careers that you can have in your life, you know, because it's not appreciated and it's not paid and, you know, whatever. But I wish them all the best on that. I really do. The podcast. Well, the podcast is called something about conspiracies, but Shane may change the title of that too, because I don't think it's working for him. No, it was fine. You know, I just, like I said, I don't appreciate his humor. So it's Shane, and I think this childhood friend of his, Jared, who has like a travel channel, I looked it up, and Ryland, and then the cameraman, Chris. I like Chris. I think he was going into how this whole thing about how he likes bears, and if you don't know what bears are, they're like kind of heavier, hairy guys. And I was like, well, because he's real cute, but and I like his personality on there. I just think, like, the conspiracy period, part of it was, like, the last 3 minutes. And I was like, you're going to call it a conspiracy thing, when really what it was about was Shane wanted to talk about a lot of controversial subjects. Here's my feeling. This Jared guy does not care if he upsets anybody or whatever. And he made a couple of statements in the podcast that literally, like, Ryland at one point was like... And what's interesting to me, and this is what I figured out, I think, about Shane, is that I think Shane is very aware of how a lot of what he did in the past was highly problematic, you know, just with a lot of things. But then I think there's a lot that he still considers dark humor, that he doesn't think there's anything wrong with at all. The problem with that is that when you're doing videos and you're still participating in that humor, unless this Chris guy edits that out or says, because they were talking about this in the podcast, you know, like, hey, don't talk about this, then you're not going to edit it out and you're not going to know. I think this Jared guy, as nice as he seems, and they're childhood friends and whatever, I think he's going to make some problematic statements on this podcast. And Shane kind of, like, feeds right into it. Ryland seems to be like, oh, okay, we need to time this out, right? And then, of course, Shane is still making all of the jokes about being canceled and whatever. And to be honest with you, it very much seems to me like, or reminds me of Thomas Halbert when he wouldn't shut up about being canceled. And it's like, either move on with your career and be so blessed for the people that continue to give you one, or be bitter and resentful at the fact that you were supposedly canceled, you know? So, but those are my thoughts. I will continue to listen to probably the next couple podcasts because I want to see what I think of that. I did look at the SIP because I wanted to see how it was doing, because I thought it was interesting that Ryland was in this, and the SIP seems to be thriving and holding at like 130,000 views per video. So congratulations on that. Yeah, but I'm going to continue to call Shane Dawson out when he does stuff that I think is corny. I mean, he said this video is... They kept on doing this Manscaped ad through the whole thing. And then he said, my video is sponsored by my merch. I was like, oh, God. Not the merch! By the way, you can go buy my merch. And I am starting to do cameos again, for those of you that would like it. And I will answer this last question, and then I will come back on Tuesday or Wednesday and do the rest of them. And that is cancel culture over? Or did James Charles just get away with it? And I think we all know the answer to that one. He got away with it. Anyway, I love you guys so much. Thank you for welcoming back. Don't forget to hit the link below. The first 1,000 people that hit the link and join Skillshare will get a free membership for 1 month. And yeah, so go and enjoy that. I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.